Hello, everybody. Harry here to talk about, of all things, a state Supreme Court election. But it is a really, really big one. To some people's lights, it's one of the handful of most important elections in the whole country. All right, Wisconsin right now. Well, first of all, the governor is Democrat. The legislature is Republican. And the Supreme Court winds up having immense power in all kinds of things. The Republican Supreme Court during the last election wound up doing several rulings that made it harder for basically Democrats, poorer voters of color and the like, to vote. All some of the favorite stratagems of the Republicans with ballot boxes being invalidated and the like. Maybe more significant, I guess it is more significant if you look at how the election's being run. Wisconsin, after the overruling of Roe v. Wade in the Dobbs case, automatically reverted to its abortion law from the mid-19th century. That's what's on the books now, and it is a draconian law. It makes it a felony for doctors to perform abortions, like a 5-year stay in jail. And it makes no exceptions for rape and incest. The only exception is for the life of the mother. So is that going to be held to be unconstitutional under, other provisions of the Wisconsin Supreme Court? So basically, abortion and voting rights are first and foremost on the ballot, and this has become kind of the craziest judicial election people have seen in many a moon. So Tuesday will be a runoff election. There are 2 conservative candidates and 2 progressive candidates running. Now, you're not supposed to use those terms for judicial candidates, but in fact, now it's all kind of in the open. Everyone understands what's going on, and it's as partisan as the most partisan political election, in Wisconsin, which is one of 3-4 states that were most on the fence and mattered the most in 2020, 2022, and the power that court exercises given divided government just makes this, the stakes for the nation, not to mention Wisconsin, are immense. So it's also a hugely expensive campaign. It's also a hugely debased one, I gotta say, if you're of the mind, and I am, that judicial elections are, that's just not the way it's supposed to be. You have candidates basically coming out and saying, I'm going to restore abortion rights. I'm going to respect the law as it is, which everyone understands to be code for not upend the abortion law. But it's really very much along the lines of the thing you would never want, say, a Supreme Court candidate to do in the federal judiciary. Basically, with not even a wink and a nod, the different candidates are saying what they're going to do on these huge issues that portend so much for Wisconsin. And again, the country. You can imagine scenarios in 2024 where the Wisconsin Supreme Court has pivotal power to decide, important parts of the election, including potentially the winner. So lots of money. As I said, the runoff is Tuesday. And if it is one conservative and one progressive, Katie, bar the door, that's going to immediately become the most expensive, judicial race probably in U.S. history, because it really focuses things. And then the final maybe in April. I'm not positive about that, but what will happen is the top 2 people face off against each other. And if it comes down to somebody in the right camp versus somebody in the left camp, it's going to be, of national moment. If I haven't been clear, Wisconsin Supreme Court is right now 4-3, and one of the 4 in the majority, one of the 4 conservatives, is retiring. So that's what sets up this whole crazy election that everyone is really looking at. So in Wisconsin, it's like, November with ads everywhere. Everybody has an opinion. but it's all about the court because of the divided government and the outsized power as a practical matter they're going to have. So check out what happens Tuesday, and if it is one liberal and one conservative, fasten your seatbelts for a really intense runoff between the two of them that's going to decide the balance of partisan power on the Supreme Court, and in turn a series of issues starting with voting rights and abortion that's just huge for the people of Wisconsin, and the election, the voting rights ones potentially for all of us. Okay, so stay tuned for Tuesday. After that, the race may move into even more intense posture. If and when it does, I'll be back to follow it for you and give you my sense of what's going on. Until then, talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.